game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Cincinnati Bearcats, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Washington Huskies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. From inside the 15, here's the return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Cincinnati's offense will have the football first. Is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. Let's take a minute and talk about Cincinnati. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done, Palmer.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about attention to detail, and that's got to show up in this one today.
Trying to do it on the ground. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on 4th down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. He believes in his running back. He believes in his...
Breaks into the open. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a 1st down. The Bearcats are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it to the right side. Got the 1st down and more. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Bearcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. He'll try to do it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. The Bearcats have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. This quarterback part of their running game. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Man, what a job by this defense. What a response. Not the ideal start, but they come down the field, get a goal line situation, 3rd and goal, and you bow your necks, and you're physical, and you get the big stop, and this crowd is hype.
No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Punch it out of the air. Touchdown, Bearcats! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
Hey, man, if we're going to show up here and play this game, we're not kicking field goals early. We didn't come here to just lay up. They drive the field. They get it down 4th and goal. Field goal would have been easy. Head coach decides to go for it. The offense pays off the decision with a touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Washington Huskies offense will take the field for the first time. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense is about
going for a big play right off the bat. Catch inside the 25. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. They go to the ground, and maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. They'll run the RPO and pull it right. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together. The Bearcats with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk, and on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. He's going to run it. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Yeah, he does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me at 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. Everything in the playbook is open to me.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Dangerous screen into traffic. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. And the Bearcats will go for it here on 4th down. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Bearcats, how about this? A fake. On the run, still looking. And he grabs it. Got to get to the marker. Oh, he's got some space.
Man, that is awesome. That gets the juices going. That gets everybody excited. You work on these fake punts all the time, but you don't call them all the time. But the coach saw something, executed it perfectly, called it at the right time, and got a shot in the arm, get some energy, snap into the up back, completing the pass.
Looking downfield on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. It's pretty clear he didn't care about the double coverage. He thought his guy was better than their two guys.
Well, and there's reason to think that. That dude's a stud.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. That's the end of the quarter, and Cincinnati is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. The give to the tailback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. On the ground, it's Culliver. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw, it's Burks. Right on the money. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. First run of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. There he goes. Open it up. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown in their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
And the Bearcats racing to the line in the hurry up. From the gun. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. After getting nothing done on the last one, this is a big play. 2nd and long from the 11. Fires left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in 3rd and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
And the returner will be knocked down. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Here's the handoff. stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Bearcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? Got the first down, looking for more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Bearcats will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. At the 20, he's got space. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Lets it go to the end zone. Looking for the goal line. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Looking for the score. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. The hand to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Release to the back. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the 1st down. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. So that penalty is going to cost them the 1st down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They're going to run it. And they didn't pick up any extra room to operate, but they at least got it back to the original line of scrimmage. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. They'll try the run. Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety. They'll set up for the free kick from their own 20. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. He wants to start this drive with a pass. They'll run the screen. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Plays. You really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the 2nd level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Trying to get behind the defense. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. And oh, that one hurts to have the flag come out and take a touchdown off the board after that play. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Makes the grab. It's Rivers. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. The Bearcats in the hurry up. He'll throw on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field.
He's got it. First down and more. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Just inside the 35, first and 10 from the 34. Looking to throw on first down. Sets up the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Well, that's going to make it a little tougher. It's first and 20. Snap in the shotgun. Got his man. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. And the timing just a hair off.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Finds a crease at the 20. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Offense changing the play. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great scene today in Seattle. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to our guys inside Husky Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Bearcats will kick it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Washington sends out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They'll run this play from the pistol. Leaves it with the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's second and 11. The give on the option. They get him stopped after he picked up a 5 to the 28.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And a running game can be really hard to stop when you got so many guys that can do some damage. And this defense is taking some licks. This QB's made him look silly a couple of times, but they're starting to adjust. Gotta like that play right there, getting to him and getting him on the ground.
He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down. Back to throw, it's Burks. And the Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Got room at the 35. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the 1st down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the 2nd half.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. That penalty puts the defense in a bind. It'll be 3rd and 1. He'll keep it on the sneak. The Huskies are moving quickly down the field. Using his legs, it's Culliver. Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the 1st half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the 2nd half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Dropping back, it's Burks. Makes the grab. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Just keeps picking up the tough yards and gets it down to the 26. And the Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Tries to do it himself on the draw. Slips a tackle and he's got room. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? Having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Touchdown, Washington!
picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They took it 71 yards down the field, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. He's going to take off. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Offense gets set for second down. Back to pass. Going for the big play. Got it in stride inside the 20. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
And that receiver had nobody around. That has got to be embarrassing for the defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
He'll set up to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Ferguson. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. We've reached the break. Cincinnati is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Absolute shank. Missed it. Guys, still a 6-point game, but a missed opportunity.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Oh.
There he goes. 40, 30. He's at the touchdown, Husky. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up for the point after and the lead. And the extra point gives him a 1-point lead here in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this offense continues to struggle to get this guy the football. He's one of their best players. Coming into this game, they knew he was a big key, but they just haven't been able to link up. They try another shot down the field to no avail. That's a big reason why they're
going to take a shot. And this one will be ruled incomplete. Maybe we just couldn't stay in bounds. They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. He's open on the right. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They had this drive going, but they face a 2nd and 15.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down.
Turning it on. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Already in a great spot to kick a field goal. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown would be even better. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Bearcats! They move on top here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
And they'll try to tack on 2. He wants to throw it. Bring in the heat. Can't hit his man in the end zone. The 2-point conversion fails, and it remains a 5-point game here in the 4th. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Slips through the line. Bulldozes his way through. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Off the play fake on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, what a cut! He got enough for the 1st down before sliding, but there is a marker on the field. It might be coming back. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. The running back has it. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Now they'll run it to the right here. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one.
And this defense has brought their A-game. Done a great job stopping the run, stopping the pass, not giving up a lot of points. Even right there, everything's difficult. They string it out towards the sidelines. Everybody's flying to the football. This defense has looked spectacular today.
To the air, it's Burks. Bought a little time, lets it go. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. He's getting plenty of work. Fourth time we've seen this guy punt it today. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. On first down. Buys a little time. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
This has been a real fun game to call, guys, because we've got two quarterbacks that are getting it done on the ground. Both of these guys have had tremendous success. That time the defense wasn't in position. They weren't able to rally to him early enough. And you kind of get the feeling moving forward, whichever defense figures out the other running quarterback first, that's probably the team that wins.
And when you're down later in the football game, you're going to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
He's got it again. Got the first down and more. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. And the Bearcats will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
After the run, now to throw. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. And the Bearcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Bearcats back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Right back to the well. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The inside handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Run the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Power football with the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this third down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
They'll go to the ground. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect.
And that was an important kick here in the fourth quarter, man. You want to take that touchdown lead, make them have to go the length of the field and score a TD. Nice execution by this offense. Nice job trusting your kicker.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air. It's Burks. Finds his man down the middle. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Every second is meaningful, and they save a few of them with the spike.
Offside.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Back to pass on 2nd down. Pressure coming. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Well, you look at the clock, they've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot of laterals. We've seen crazier stuff.
Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.